It is Tuesday, the 19th of March, and you are listening to the English broadcast of Workers Connect Radio. Let us begin with the headlines. Uttarakhand High Court orders state government to produce data of all contract and outsourced workers engaged by various departments within a month. 8 construction workers killed in West Bengal's capital city as a 5-storey under construction building comes crashing down. Another victory for contract safai karamcharis in Maharasthra. Bombay High Court wraps corporation for stalling permanent jobs. Striking Finnish workers drag employers to court over non-payment of wages. And textile workers strike yields results in Egypt. Government raises wages to 6,000 Egyptian pounds. Now news in detail. A division bench of Uttarakhand High Court, headed by the Chief Justice Ritu Bahari, while hearing a petition on service conditions of contract workers in the Forest Department, directed the government to produce the data of all outsourced and contractual workers posted in various state departments so that a policy for their welfare could be formulated. Earlier, a single-judge bench had directed the Forest Department to extend permanent jobs to all contractual workers in the department. However, instead of following the orders, the Forest Department challenged the order before a division bench, saying that the government does not have the financial resources at its disposal to pay wages at par permanent workers. The court has given the state 8 weeks to furnish all details and listed the case for next hearing in May. 8 workers were killed while several others are still battling injuries after a 5-storey under construction building collapsed in Kolkata's Garden Reach area in West Bengal. The incident occurred around midnight when the under construction building came crashing down on nearby shanties. The deceased have been identified as Shama Begum, aged 45 years, Hasina Khatun, 60 years, Akbar Ali, 34 years, Rizwan Alam, 23 years, Muhammad Wasik, aged 19 years, Muhammad Imran, 27 years, Ramzan Ali, 55 years, and 24-year-old Nasimuddin. 18 people sustained injuries, of which 13 are still undergoing treatment at SSKM hospital. Contract safai karamcharis have registered another legal victory in Maharashtra's Mumbai. This time, the High Court has pulled up the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika for stalling permanent jobs for around 600 contract workers. Hearing the matter of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai versus Kachra Vahatuk Shramik Sangh, Justice Milind Jadhav observed that forcing workers to work on contractual and inhumane conditions would amount to slavery and dismissed the corporation's plea, challenging an award passed by the Industrial Tribunal in the year 2021. These workers have been working in contractual positions since 1996. Earlier, the Supreme Court had ordered the Municipal Commissioner to be physically present in the court to explain the delay in regularizing the services of 2,700 contract workers. Details about this case can be heard in our last week's bulletin. All our bulletins are available on YouTube without any ads. You can also listen to these updates in Hindi and Bangla. To listen to this broadcast in your preferred language, please visit our YouTube channel, Workers Connect Radio. Moving on to international news, the first one is from Finland, where transport, telecom and industrial workers who embarked on a 2-week-long general strike have taken their employers to court over non-payment of wages. Workers had walked off their jobs on 11th March against the proposed cut on social security and public spending, after which major employers in the country announced a lockdown and said no work would amount to no pay. However, the Finnish law states that if employers declare a lockout, they have to pay wages for at least the first 7 days. Unions have approached the court citing this rule. Earlier, on 8th March, the Prime Minister had announced that the government would not engage in any negotiations with the striking unions. The last update is from Egypt, where workers at the largest textile factory in Mahalla won a major victory for tens of thousands of workers employed across Egypt's state-owned enterprises. The government has now raised the minimum wages to 6,000 Egyptian pounds after thousands of workers went on strike for nearly a week last month. However, in a retaliatory action, the police have now arrested 5 worker leaders who led the organizing campaign for the strike, and the employers have since then fired the workers. That is all in this bulletin. We'll be back next Friday with the latest updates from the world of work.